In today's video, we're going to be going over the front foot elevated split squat. Here at Next, you will see us program the front foot elevated split squat quite frequently, and it's due to its wide variety of benefits, including hip mobility, ankle mobility, strengthening of the VMO, which then translates to a stronger knee and a deeper squat. Before performing a move, it's really important to understand why we would do the move in the first place. What is the intention? And what is the move really do? Right? So a big reason is to increase that mobility and strength in that squat position. So as you can see, a split squat, you're driving down, and if I bring my other leg back in, it's the bottom of the squat. So I'm working on that mobility down here of my hips and my ankle, so my knee can actually drive forward at the bottom of my squat. So in order to get set up for the front foot elevated split squat, you want to have a bumper or a box or something that you can put your front foot elevated on. So you go ahead and take your foot, put it on the box or the bumper that you have. Just make sure you are nice and stable. And as you can see, something I did automatically was lift that heel up in the back. A big mistake that you see is when people come up out of their split squat, they drop that heel back down, it shifts the weight back, and then it takes away the intention that we have to actually work this front leg. So as stated before, we're going to go down, we're going to drive that knee forward, but I'm not necessarily focused with intention on the knee, but all the way down into the foot. I'm trying to stretch that calf muscle as much as possible, and notice that my back knee bent. Another big mistake that we see is people try to keep this leg super straight. That's not allowing the hip to do the work that we want, and it's causing a lot of tension in the back leg versus giving the intention to that front leg. So as you can see, I'm driving forward as much as possible. Another mistake that we see, like I said before, is driving the knee forward, the intention being in the knee versus into the foot, and then my heel lifts off the ground. Now my knee is kind of at a disadvantageous and dangerous position. We actually want to keep that heel down because the VMO and the quad are fired up for the movement, and then instead of pushing back to my starting position, I'm actually going to drive straight up through the top. And notice I kept the back leg pushed forward without my heel dropping. Another big mistake that we see that we went over in the split squat video is when you come to the top, you push so hard that you push yourself out and you push tension out. So make sure, since the intention is for the calf and the VMO, that in the top of the movement we actually keep tension there, and we can give a nice squeeze at the top here as well. So here's a few more. I'm driving forward and keeping nice and tall, letting the back leg nice and loose. I'm driving my hips down into this heel here. I feel a stretch in my calf. I feel the stretch in my VMO, and I'm going to push through the bumper to get myself up, loose back leg, but pushing myself forward. Here we go again. Loose back leg, all the tension's in that front leg. I'm going to drive myself straight up through the top, and I'm going to stay tight. Unlike a reverse drop blend, in order to make the front foot elevated split squat a little bit more challenging, you're actually going to want to lower the platform. To make it a little easier, you want to raise it up a bit. What that'll do is it'll allow a little bit more room for our hips and our back leg to go. The deeper down we go, the more demand there is of the hip mobility and ankle mobility. To make, if I was to remove the bumper, it's stuck on the ground. So to get set up for the front foot elevated,